The betrayal that broke it all apart. Robyn's spacious Flagstaff house was a decadent fortress, while Janelle Brown's tiny rental house glowed in the blistering Arizona heat. Within its tiny confines, Janelle sat rigidly at her creaky kitchen table, weighed down by deception that acted upon her like a boulder. Before her were printed bank statements, a somber verification of doubts she'd long carried in secret but never had the courage to confront. Her eyebrows creased as she moved a highlighter over one line: land taxes, $138,000 taken by Kody Brown. She had phoned the county office already. The taxes hadn't been paid. Land went unpaid, and the money? Gone. With shaking hands and constricted chest, she dialed up her phone and opened one sacred family group chat. "Kody, we have to talk. I know what you did." She pressed send at "Hi all. Welcome back to Reality Recap. Remember to like the video," and oh emojis, no hospitality, just flames. At the same time, in Robyn's carefully set living room, Kody was seated on the sofa. Next to him, a half-full cup of cold coffee sat on the coffee table. Robyn busied herself in the kitchen with studied intent, making what was obviously a pretense of straightening up while really listening in. Kody had sworn that the Coyote Pass property would be the family legacy forever. Unopened bills, overdue warnings, creditor alerts, and even a threat of foreclosure lay heaped on the coffee table. "I just need more time," Kody whispered. Robyn halted in mid-step. Janelle was covering it. "That's what you said." He jerked back, defensive. "She should." Robyn blinked strenuously. She hasn't sent a dime since March. The silence that followed was heavy and undeniable. They both knew the truth. They had been spending everyone's money. Not just Kody's, not just Robyn's. It was the Brown family's funds. Meant for all of them, Janelle's, Meri's, even the deposits Christine had made years ago. Janelle had reached her limit. In her bedroom, lips compressed and eyes bloodshot, Janelle glared at herself in the mirror. This wasn't a matter of money. This was a matter of years of lying from a man she used to think she could believe. She had trusted him, thought that they had the same morals. She picked up her phone and made a voice recording. "He stole from us. From me. From my children. I contributed to that account for years, my paycheck, my kids' tax credits. And Kody? He sucked it out behind our backs. Where'd it go? Robyn's getting new flooring, an HVAC system, shopping trips, and I couldn't even buy groceries." She pressed stop. Her children needed the truth. The world needed to know it. Meri's world was shattering, too. With a glass of wine in front of her, Meri sat at her Parawan Binbi, wide-eyed with incredulity as she scrolled through bank statements Janelle had sent over. Every line stung like a gut punch. In a period of 18 months, Kody had transferred in excess of $200,000 from a joint family account into Robyn's single-person business account. He took advantage. She breathed. He took advantage of all of US. IT all clicked into place. The waiting years. The hunger. Seeing Kody throw himself completely into Robyn and ignore her texts and put off visits, it hadn't been emotional abandonment. It was financial infidelity. She scrolled further. Only 2 weeks after their final counseling session, a figure was sent, money that had been set aside for her BNB upgrades. Robyn? She had new chandeliers. Meri was in shock. "I detest her." She breathed into the void. "I really hate her." Robyn's dream was over. She stuttered when she picked up the phone and Janelle called. "What is it, Janelle?" "You tell me." "Robyn, where's the money now?" "I thought it was Kody's." Robyn stuttered. "I thought it was part of his father's will." Janelle erupted. "Don't you dare lie to me. You knew that money. You knew it came from the family account." "From me. From Meri. You knew it." Robyn's face streamed with tears as mascara ran down her cheeks. "I didn't mean." "Kody told me." Janelle interrupted her. "Save it. He robbed us." "You got a new dining room," she said bitterly, "while I was working to pay for Savannah's textbooks." This time Robyn had no response. And the silence was deafening. Christine, on the other hand, observed the commotion from a distance. Sitting on her Utah porch with a cup of tea in front of her, Christine watched everything fall apart. When Payton shared screenshots from Janelle's expose, she burst out laughing bitterly. "Of course," she grumbled. "He did exactly the same thing to me." Taking out her cell phone, Christine started recording a message she would post on social media later. "When I left, I thought I was leaving heartbreak. But what I actually left behind was theft, spiritual, financial, and emotional theft. Kody gave everything to one woman, and now, good riddance. This is me speaking for myself. Janelle speaks out. In a historical turn of events, Janelle went live on Instagram, a first among all the wives. The internet went wild. Within minutes, almost 75,000 viewers watched. There she was, raw and honest. No filter, no makeup, just scorching candor. This is about truth, she started. Kody Brown took from his own family. He took the money that me, Meri, our children, our families donated to fund Robyn's lifestyle. And now he demands silence. No. Never again. She stood holding up the evidence. The bank statements here. The figures don't lie. The aftermath arrived quickly. Hardly seconds later, after she finished the live stream, Kody called. She ignored it. Then his voicemail. Janelle, you've destroyed everything, the family, the show. It's over. But in truth, the destruction began long ago, with Kody himself. Janelle had only lit the match. Back in Flagstaff, Robyn sat alone in her bedroom. Her phone buzzed with a flood of hateful messages and angry DMs. Her kids had seen it. Even Dayton skipped dinner and locked his bedroom door. In Utah. Meri refilled her glass of wine with a smirk. Christine was dancing literally in her Lehigh kitchen simultaneously. Back at TLC headquarters, producers were sitting in an emergency meeting. One question filled the room. Do we cut Kody or Robyn? A legal storm is brewing. The next morning after Janelle's bombshell livestream, Kody's phone would not cease ringing. Calls from TLC producers, gossip sites, lawyers, and most significantly, a call from Susan Whitmore, the family lawyer representing both Janelle and Meri. He gazed at the name on his screen, his heart pounding. He did not pick up. Instead, like an animal in a cage, he paced the room, gasping for breath before slamming the phone down on the kitchen counter. Robyn stood in the doorway, arms folded, face smeared with tears and hair in a messy knot. Her voice was a mere whisper. Kody, what do they want? She then asked the one question that put an end to the silence. Did you take the money? Kody remained silent. The silence spoke volumes. Emergency Zoom at TLC. TLC's top brass participated in a Zoom call tagged Brown Family Crisis. Urgent. Panic filled the virtual space. Janelle's live stream had gone viral, 2.4 million views in 18 hours. Hashtag Justice for Jane and hashtag Code Thief were trending. We must keep the show away from this money scandal, the PR manager demanded. If what she alleges is true, Kody is a huge liability. A new voice was heard. Let's face it, Robyn as well. Fans are through with both of them. If we don't move quickly, we'll lose sponsors. The executive producer leaned in, calm but calculated. Spin-offs are in motion. Christine's fresh start. Meri's rebuilding, Janelle reclaiming her power. The wives are the future. Robyn and Kody? They're dead weight. Meri sat in front of her laptop at Lizzie's Heritage Inn, a journal clutched in one hand and a glass of water in the other. Her mind was spinning. She had just concluded a Zoom meeting with Janelle and their lawyer. Legal proceedings were now an option. Fraud, financial dishonesty, marital pilferage. Her thoughts, however, strayed elsewhere. He took everything from me, she grumbled, but he forgot who assisted him in constructing it. Opening an empty document, Meri started typing the title of a new podcast, Unsistered, My Life After Kody, and for the first time in weeks, she permitted a tiny, please smile. Robyn vanishes. Robyn put her phone on silent. She hadn't posted, hadn't ventured out. She wasn't even talking to the kids. Did you steal their money, Mom? Brianna had asked in a low voice before shutting the door to her bedroom. Robyn's entire world was crumbling. The glamour she'd clung to, the glistening chandelier, the shiny new furniture, the humming Sub-Zero fridge, now reeked of guilt, stolen money, blood money. She walked into the bathroom and stared into the mirror. Her voice trembled as she spoke aloud. You wanted to be the favorite wife. Well, now you're the only one left. Her knees buckled, and she fell to the ground, wrapping her arms around herself. An O word escaped her lips, but the silence was heavy with grief. In a town hall meeting in her own community, Janelle stood beside a sign that said, Coyote Pass Community Planning Council. Reporters waited outside, hoping to glimpse even the back of her head. She was recorded every time she moved. Her presence is soothing but burning presence. Our family was promised that land, she stated, but Kody ensured that just one wife benefited from it. He sold off fragments and channeled the funds directly into Robyn's house. The rest of us were left in the cold. Now, she explained, that period was over. They were seeking outright ownership of what had been promised and repercussions before the law. The room came out in applause. Strangers stood up around her. She was no longer a sister wife. She was a leader, Kody's final defense. In Flagstaff, Kody walked back and forth down his driveway, shouting into his phone, "You think I'm going to be afraid of a lawsuit? I did everything for them for years. They should be grateful to me, but no one cared anymore. Not the neighbors, not his children, not TLC, and not even Robyn." He looked out onto the street. Vacant. Still. Then a voice rang out from the sidewalk. "Hey, Kody. What's it like being broke and alone?" Laughter followed. He slammed the door behind him. The case comes alive. A beige envelope showed up in Kody Brown's mailbox. No return address from Janelle. Not Meri's either. It came from the well-known Arizona law firm, Whitmore and Gray LLP. Inside, a civil complaint, jointly filed by Janelle and Meri Brown. The charges? Fraud. Fiduciary duty breach. Misappropriation of group assets. Emotional harm. The papers, more than 80 pages, were incriminating. Bank statements, texts, screenshots from family ledgers, even internal TLC emails detailing Kody giving Robyn additional filming incentives. Kody's hands trembled as he read his name wasn't typed. It was picked apart, revealed, used against him. "They're trying to kill me," he whispered, voice empty. "They want me removed from the family." In the corridor, Robyn stood gripping her own copy of the complaint. Her eyes read through the information until she noticed it, her name there. Not as a witness. As a co-defendant, Christine arrives in Flagstaff. A shiny black SUV arrived at the courthouse. Christine Brown emerged, hair back, sunglasses, in confident attire. Truly stood alongside her, gripping a folder marked estate questions. Though Christine wasn't a named plaintiff in the lawsuit, she had come to stand beside Janelle and Meri, and to finally look Kody in the eye. She sent Janelle a quick text. "Let him know, we're not afraid anymore." Janelle gave her a nod as they walked inside. "You came," Janelle said. Christine responded calmly. "You really thought I'd let him get away with this without facing me in person?" Robyn's secret letter. Home. Robyn sat in the living room while Kody paced enraged, shouting at any attorney who'd take his call. A knock came at the door. Dayton opened it and handed her a hand-addressed envelope. She opened it slowly. Inside, a formal letter from her ex-husband's legal team, because of financial improprieties and ambiguous language regarding custody and the adoption of Dayton, Aurora, and Brianna. "We are reopening the question of the legality of Kody Brown's position as fiduciary and adoptive parent at the time of the financial impropriety." Robyn's hands went cold. They were questioning Kody's adoption of her children. If it was found there was fraud, the court could reverse it. Her world rocked beneath her feet. The children take sides in Utah. Mykelti and Paydon live-streamed together on Instagram to talk directly about the suit. With serious eyes, Mykelti stated, "The public needs to know the truth. This wasn't simply favoritism. Robyn depended upon our mothers to provide her comforts." He didn't remain silent. She continued. "She fled." Paydon smiled. "This is no longer polygamy. It's a true crime docuseries." Gwendolyn shook her head and said frankly, "Don't care if he gets removed from the show. He cut us out a long time ago." Kody's on-camera meltdown. TLC had envisioned a neutral confessional with Kody, another routine interview. What they got was a man disintegrating. Under the burning Arizona sun and arid gusts across the Coyote Pass landscape, once representing his aspirations, Kody isolated himself in a folding chair. The cameras were rolling. And what they recorded was collapse. "They all betrayed me," Kody yelled. "Every single one of them." He paced wildly, cracking voice spewing into the vacant space. "I'm the villain now. After all I gave, all that I sacrificed?" His fury spun as he kicked rocks around the vacant lot, sending the camera tripod crashing in the process. Sweat and tears formed a mixture beneath his graying beard as his twisted face glowed crimson. I protected them. I created this family from scratch. I chose Robyn because she was the only one who remained loyal, not a peep from the producers. Just silence, and a camera that never stopped rolling. That tape would leak within 48 hours. Meri's clandestine handoff. Later in the week, Meri met with an experienced investigative journalist from one of the premier true crime podcast networks. She slid a flash drive silently across the table. Journal notes, email threads, and financials. I stored everything, she muttered. For years. I had no idea why at the time. I just didn't trust him. The reporter was riveted, her eyes wide. This isn't a dirty divorce. This is corporate-level fraud. Meri nodded, exactly. And I'm finally ready to talk. Robyn finally speaks. 3 days later, Robyn shared a somber video. She recorded herself in her dark bedroom. No lights, no makeup, no editing. Her voice shook. I didn't know what Kody was doing with the money. I never asked. I should have. I thought he loved us all the same, and I trusted him to take care of it. But I was wrong. Speaking directly into the camera, she stated, to Janelle, to Meri, to Christine, I'm sorry. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I just didn't want it to end like this. Millions watched the video. But the response was savage. Too late. You enabled it. You're just as guilty. Christine versus Kody. Courtroom showdown. The only noise in the courtroom was the tick-tock of a clock on the wall. Kody slumped at the defense table, shoulders hunched, eyes black, beard unkempt. Robyn was seated beside him, pale and shaking, fingers clasped and lips pressed tightly together. Then, the doors swung open. Christine entered, hair slicked back, power blue blazer fitted, shades off. Behind her, her attorney followed. She strode in with dignity and force. Never glancing Kody's way, she climbed onto the witness stand and into her purse. From it, she drew out one notarized paper, a list of verbal guarantees, monetary promises, and manipulation Kody had employed to dissuade her from inheriting her share of Coyote Pass. The judge addressed her. Miss Christine Brown, prior to taking your official statement, is there something you'd like to say? Christine rose stiffly. Yes, Your Honor. But not for me. I'm saying this for my daughters, who watch their mothers give, fight, and break for a man who never once saw her as an equal. I never had financial security. I was made to feel selfish for asking questions. I was lied to, intentionally. Kody barked out a bitter laugh. Christine turned her eyes on him, cutting and cold. You took away our futures. Now you can live with the ramifications. Robyn's last shot from TLC. AT home. Robyn opened her laptop to receive an email with the subject, urgent, contract review required. It was from TLC's legal team. The tone was direct. As of today, owing to confirmed financial reports, public outcry, and current lawsuits, Robyn Brown is being eliminated from all future Sister Wives material, TV shows, and online content included. She shook. She gasped, but the message went on. There has been a separate docuseries contract extended to Janelle, Meri, and Christine, a contract centered on empowerment, justice, and healing. You and Kody Brown are excluded from consideration under this offer. Please respond through legal representation if necessary. Robyn let go of her pill bottle onto the ground. Trembling, she folded inward. TLC had formally erased her. Janelle's most daring move, so as the suit went on, Janelle made a bold legal move. With records verifying her monetary investment and alleging emotional manipulation, her lawyer requested a deed reassignment. A judge granted it. A temporary restraining order was imposed, prohibiting Kody from selling, developing, or renting any part of Coyote Pass. The next morning, Janelle walked the grounds with a surveyor and a local news team. This land was to belong to all of us, she said. But now, the ones who really paid for it will get to own it. She had a creased court order in her pocket. Janelle Brown, legal custodian of parcels 3, 4, and 5, for the first time in months, she smiled. The one who spoke the truth, having examined court records, adoption petitions, and money reports. Aurora Brown, Robyn's daughter, filed a surprising affidavit in court. The Judge read her words out loud. I love my mom and Kody, but I can't deny what's true. I thought the family was equal. I was told that I wished it were true. But watching how money intended for other kids purchased our house, I feel ashamed. If there was fraud involved in the adoption process, the court is entitled to know, Robyn gasped. Kody's face went ghostly pale. Aurora's words entered the official record of the law, the video that broke everything. Later that evening, unedited footage of Kody's Coyote Pass meltdown, footage TLC had vowed never to air, emerged on the internet. Kody screamed at the crew, I should never have married Meri. Christine was a mistake.
Janelle?
Just a placeholder. Robyn was the only one who ever loved Mayhay was caught on camera ripping the blueprints of the dream home to pieces. Curse land, he yelled. The clip went viral on the internet. Hashtag cancel Kody trended globally. Point 3 of TLC's largest sponsors dropped out. Meanwhile, fans poured TLC's mailboxes with a single request. Give us the spinoff. Give us the ex-wives. Thanks for watching Reality Recap. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more news just like this. We'll catch you in the next one.